Hi guys, hope you're all doing good. So, if you are new to the channel, or even if you're old to the channel, either way, thanks for joining us. Please don't forget to put a like on the video. It really is appreciated if you can do that. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit that bell icon so we can notify you of any new content as and when we upload it to the channel. So, the news has come out in the last day or so that David Moyes' number one striker option, if you believe what has been trotted out in the mainstream media, was Tammy Abraham. It seems, however, that this is a move that's now looking as increasingly more unlikely as time goes on. The talk is that his wage demands are proving to be a little bit of a stumbling block. Chelsea have dropped their asking price, but it's believed that his wages are proving to be a little bit of an obstacle for Gold and Sullivan to get over the deal over the line. The talk is also that his preferred option is a move to the Emirates to play for his team that he supported as a boy, from what the media tells you, Arsenal. Now, an old Arsenal manager actually coined the phrase, George Graham coined the saying, never sign up a favour. Now, it looks to me like that if Abraham was to come to West Ham, he'd probably think that he's doing us a big favour by doing so. So, listen, if you want to go and play for Arsenal, not a problem, Mr. Abraham. Crack on. I'm actually a fan of his. I did a stream probably about February, March, right in the beginning stages of the channel. Because at the time, Tammy Abraham had been put on the bench. He wasn't getting a kick at Chelsea, despite the fact he was actually their top goal scorer at the time. And I was saying about, at the time, maybe we should go for this guy. But quite frankly, if the player doesn't want to come to the club, move on. It's the same thing with Jesse Lingard. He knows what the club's all about. Move on. But it got me thinking, we obviously need a striker now. If Tammy Abraham goes to the Emirates, does that possibly open up an opportunity for one of the strikers that they're going to have possibly surplus to requirements? The two that I'm specifically thinking of are Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Alexandre Lacazette. Now, neither one of them I would turn my nose up at, quite honestly. Let's just have a little look at some of the details. Alexandre Lacazette, to begin with. Now, he has been at Arsenal for 4 seasons now. He has a goal-scoring record in his time at Arsenal of 65 goals in 170 appearances. That's slightly better than a goal every 3 games. Now, he has at present 12 months left on his Arsenal contract, so they basically need to sell him and get some money in, because otherwise chances are he's going to go for nothing this time next year. Unless he signs a new contract, which I think is probably unlikely. He's also got registered 28 assists for Arsenal in that time. He is a French international, 16 appearances for the national team, 3 goals. Now, I think that he would be a decent option to look at. He's 30 years of age. All right, the age profile might be a bit older than what we would think. He's not too dissimilar in age to Michail Antonio, but we need another striker. And as the clock's ticking on, I'm sort of thinking, well, maybe beggars can't be choosers, sort of thing. Maybe we might want to get a 25-year-old striker, a 23, 25-year-old striker like a Tammy Abraham. But if that striker doesn't want to come at the club, it's completely pointless. So that's option number 1, Alexandre Lacazette. Now, option number 2. Now, this is probably, in my opinion, the slightly better of the 2 players, but I think, for reasons I'll go into in a minute, this is probably the one that's probably less likely of the 2. But, who knows? Stranger things have happened. We once signed Carlos Tevez and Javier Mascherano. So you never know in football. You never know. But Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, now in his time at Arsenal. Now, he's been there 3.5 seasons. He joined just slightly after Alexandre Lacazette joined Arsenal. Now, in his time at the Emirates, he's played 148 matches in all competitions. He's registered 85 goals, which means that he has got better than a one goal every other game record, which is absolutely ridiculous. He's also registered 19 assists. He's a Gabon international. He's actually their captain. He's got 62 caps for the national team, and he has registered 26 goals. Now, his contract situation, he's got 2 years left on his contract. The thing is with him, though, why I think that this might probably be a non-starter is because his wages, I believe, he's taking home somewhere in the region of 300 odd thousand pounds, if the reports in the mainstream media are correct. Straight away, if he's going to be asking for that sort of dough coming to West Ham, if that was to sort of happen, it's just a complete non-starter. But who knows? He might be at a stage of his career where he's earned his money, and maybe he's thinking, actually, I like it in London. West Ham are in Europe. Who knows? As I say, if Abraham does go to Arsenal, it possibly means that they're going to be moving a striker on, and they're their main 2 strikers. Also, he's 32 years of age. So again, if Lacazette, if you're looking at and thinking at 30, he's a bit long in the tooth, maybe for what we're after. Well, to be fair, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is 2 years older, there or thereabouts. So I think out of the 2, I think on balance, I would probably be leaning towards Lacazette if it was me that was making the decision, because he's younger. He is probably not going to cost as much in terms of a transfer fee, because, as I say, he's got a year left on his contract compared to Aubameyang, who's got 2 years. And as a wage earner, he's probably not in the same bracket as Aubameyang. As I say, he's the club captain and he's the top earner. So Lacazette, I think, is out of the 2 would probably be the most feasible of the 2. But what do you think? I mean, is there one of the 2 players that you think, if we were given the opportunity to sign either one of them, which one would you think would be the better fit for the way that David Moyes wants to set the team up, for the way that David Moyes wants to play? Give us your reasons. You've got the comment section below. You might think Lacazette, you might think Aubameyang, you might actually think neither. You might be sitting there thinking, actually, neither one of these are players that we should have anywhere near the London Stadium. I'm just asking a question. I'm just putting it out there. Does the situation, if Tammy Abraham does go to Arsenal, does that present an opportunity for us to pick up the pieces for presumably whichever striker might be shown the door at the Emirates? As I say, give us your thoughts in the section below. Get involved in the discussion. One last thing I want to finish off on. Yesterday, we went through the 500 subscribers barrier. And as I look right now, yep, we are now at 515 subscribers right now. From myself, from Duke, from Milesy, from Jazz, from all of the people that are involved in the channel. Thank you very much indeed for your continued support. And we'll do our best to keep bringing content to you, to the channel, to keep you entertained, informed. As I say, it really is really fantastic for you guys to be giving us your support, and we don't ever take it for granted. Tell your friends, if you've got any West Ham fans, football fans in general, we don't mind. We can have a conversation with people that are sensible about any topic as far as football is concerned. Come one, come all. Don't forget, drop a like on the video. Thanks very much for that. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and make sure you hit that bell icon to be notified of any new content as and when we upload it to the channel. And don't forget, guys, that if any of you are able to put a couple of coins in the tin for Isla, This is in the link below the description on both YouTube and Facebook. Young Isla Caton, she's battling neuroblastoma. She needs some help because the treatment she's got to get is overseas, really expensive, a terrible, terrible time in history, you know, during pandemic and all the rest of it. This family is really going through it. So, guys, you've got a Just Giving link there. You've got the Isla's Army Twitter, the Isla's Fight, and Roger and get some funds in for young Isla. So check that all out. As I say, if you can make a donation, please do. And if you can't, as I say, you can copy and paste this particular thing on this banner. It's on the description below, Facebook and Twitter, Facebook and YouTube, excuse me. Just put it on your social media platforms to keep the momentum going, keep the awareness going, because as I say, this little girl is in a race against time. So all the help she can get, so much the better. That's me done, guys. Thank you very much indeed for listening for the last 10 or so minutes to me rambling on. As I say, I'm asking the question, if Tammy Abraham does choose Arsenal over us, can we pick up the pieces? Alexandre Lacazette, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, would you favour one over the other? If so, why? Or would you think that neither one of them is an option for West Ham United Football Club? Thanks very much for joining me. Stay safe. Only one thing left to say. Come on, you Irons.